Good afternoon. I know a few of you are going to notice that I've got the little bit of the red nose, I've got the gloss, I've got the nasal sound to my voice, and for that I am truly sorry. But yes, all of this hard work has paid off. No Talk Tony, Rhonda, welcome. Thank you so very much. Yeah, I'm not fantastic, but I'm still doing good. Now, here's the thing. Um, and the reason that I wanted to come on today is there's a couple different reasons, and me being sick is not one of them. I promise everybody. I'm gonna keep on keeping on, so that way I can uh, do what we need to do. Jen Nelson, welcome. Marilyn, hey, Marilyn is in the house. Everybody. Um, Let's see. Mind Candy. Thank you so much. It's hello and very happy to see your beautiful face. Thank you so very much. Inappropriate Heifer. Hey, gorgeous people. That's right, everybody. So today is a little on the tricky side. I wanted to explain a couple things, and then we're going to explain a couple more things, and then we're going to talk about stuff. So I want this open chat. You will not see my lovely wife in the background. Today in the background, we have the glorious Mrs. Red. She's going to be helping us catch all the things that we need to. Karine, welcome. So today I thought I'd explain a little bit about why so many of us are bonded. So the title of this video is Don't Let the Darkness Win. And so here's the situation, everybody. And I'm just going to give my opinion, and you guys are more than welcome to add to it. But I'm just going to give my opinion, and we'll go from there. So when I was a kid, the only thing that I knew is that other Seward kids were the only people that were my friends and family. They were the only people besides my Nana that I could rely on. And I was constantly told as a child, you can't rely on your Nana forever because she is 80 years old. You know, she's 83, she's 86. You know, they just kept telling me her age and then giving her a couple more years as I was a child. And it was primarily so that way I knew I understood death. Trust me, no matter how many times people tried to explain death, you know, or reincarnation, it went like right over my head as a kid. Absolutely right over my head. So I did not quite understand. Now, I grew up, as we all know, I grew up at the PAC base. My mother was the LRH Com of AOLA. Now that means, you know, no, she was not in CMO. She was responsible for keeping LRH policy in place in that organization. So Nerdosaurus, welcome. Tracy Murphy. Hi, Lisa West. Thank you everyone so very much for coming. I appreciate it more than you guys know. But anyway, so I could not run to my mom. So if I got a boo-boo or if I got hurt, let's say, you know, on this situation where a lot of us were being hit at Stan's house. I wasn't the only one. I wasn't the only human punching bag. But I got it a lot. And could I tell you how many times so-and-so got it or her or him or no, I can at least tell you there's at least one time that I saw everyone get punched by that man. And we told parents. I personally did not tell my mom because we told other people and they swore that they would tell my mom. And so I grew up with a heavy hand from my mother, and I grew up from a heavy hand from our babysitters. And as you guys know, from if any of you guys had a chance to watch the live yesterday, Janice was explaining that, yes, Ivan Obolinski was supposed to give a person over to either the cadet org or to the nanny department. So that way we would have a place to go. And he never wanted to. He never did it until he was ordered to by CMO. And once he was ordered by CMO, and that's Commodore's Messenger's office, as soon as he was ordered, then and only then did he give someone up. Now, here's the problem. If you give someone up to watch children, hopefully they like children. Hopefully they want to be around children. But 9 times out of 10, they were just ordered there. It was a better place to put them. So if you had a choice between going to the RPF or watching children, most of them, and most of you would absolutely say, you know what, I'd rather watch children than go to the RPF, be treated like garbage. The power that lies to paralyze, Rachel Brown, Ann Walsh, welcome. Thank you all so very much. Pat O, nice to see you. But it turned into this whole situation where I was scared to talk to adults. I was scared that nobody gave a damn about us. And it was basically just this was how my life was supposed to be. I was going to be a human punching bag forever. And I was the only one experiencing this. And I was the only one that, thought about unaliving myself on a regular basis as a child. Because I didn't want to live like that. I didn't want to live where every single day was this never ending cycle of, if this is how I'm going to be treated, then what is the point of living? If it's not going to get better or stop, what is the point of living? Because I had so many broken bones. When I tell you I had broken bones, a broken ocular socket, I had those on a regular basis, to the point where they thought I would need surgery and put a plate in my face. Didn't get a plate in my face, but it basically turned into this huge situation where, my jaw got wired shut. If it wasn't my jaw being wired shut, I had broken ribs. You know how hard it is for a kid to play with broken ribs? So now when people tell me, oh, I've got some broken ribs, it's okay, I'm still going to do this. No, you can't. No, you can't. Because I've had the broken ribs that they're saying. And I'm like, there's no way in God's green earth, because I have a really high pain threshold. And if that person doesn't also have a high pain threshold, they're going to feel every movement. You take a breath in. I don't know if anybody's broken ribs in the chat, but if you've broken a rib, you take a breath in or expand your chest in any which way, it feels like someone's digging a knife in, and it just doesn't stop. A broken bone feels like that. Whether it's your ribs, whether it's your femur, whether it's toes or fingers, phalanges, let me tell you, those ones hurt the most for me. But I grew up like that, and I didn't know how to be. So I am trauma bonded in my childhood to Serge Obolinski. We are tied together. He was an AOLA child. And let me tell you, when I say we're trauma bonded, like, he is my brother. If someone comes for him, they better come through me first. Laura, if someone's going to come for Laura, you better be prepared. You're coming through me. Okay? Because we're in this together. We had a horrible childhood, and we're doing the best that we can. Let's see. I'm going to tag questions. They're being, if you have a question, please just put question. If not, we'll go about this the best way that we can, because I'm going to try to just explain everything that's going on, and then we'll go from there. Yes. Not ribs, tailbone. Ooh, tailbone. That one's a woozy. I couldn't sit for 3 months. I chipped my hip, and that was very similar to that. So, yeah, I didn't hurt my tailbone until I started playing softball a little bit more aggressively. If anyone tells you to slide on your butt, don't do it. Don't do it, because when you hit that base, it hurts so bad. It literally feels like it's shoving your spine into your brain. Amanda Beaumont, Parallel Jen, New England Coast. Thank you so very much for showing up. I don't want to mispronounce this, so we'll let's see. Melvikai. Am I even getting close? Melvikai. Tampa B Man, thank you so very much. Joel McCoyne, thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you being here. Absolutely. But I also want to explain something. When I rejoined the Sea Org, okay, so my mom left in 1990. So I was 10 years old. From 0 to 10, born in Scientology at Pac Base area. Okay. Then I start living up in Sacramento. And while I'm living up in Sacramento, I'm getting to know, people. I'm realizing that I don't have a connection with a lot of different people. So I'm doing the best that I can. And I decide, after a traumatic experience, that I'm going to join the Sea Org. That's what I'm going to do. That is The greatest good for the greatest number of dynamics. And that makes me want to vomit now. But that's how I felt. It was the better option for me. So when I joined, I was gung-ho. I was what's called tone 40. That means everything is here and it's open and I'm going for it as strong as I possibly can. And you don't give up until you get that item. You get that area or that certainty. You don't give up. Now, here's the thing. You have to remember that 90% of the people that are on SPTV, we'll go 80% just in case. 80% of the people on SPTV grew up in a cult. They're second gens. Each one of us has a trauma story behind it, one way or another. Each one of us, whether it's Amy, whether it's Claire. And here's what I'm coming to tell everybody. I got an email the other day that was putting down Amy, Mark, Mike, and I don't mean putting down, I mean talking absolute garbage about them. We don't know the situation, nor is it any of our business, to be completely honest. It's not mine. I know right now my goal, everyone, and for everyone here, please understand my goal. My goal is to get my father out. My goal is to tell everybody what's going on and make friends. My goal is to get anyone that does not want to be in those walls of Scientology, I want to get them out. I want to give them a place for freedom. I want to give them a place where they can make their own decisions. I want to give them a place that they feel safe. I want to be a safe place. Now, here's the thing. If people are going around, and we'll just call it what it is, cyberbullying. When you sit there and bash someone, now I'm not saying anyone in the chat is doing that, but if someone is sitting there saying, I wish that you had died, that's cyberbullying. We don't need that. And by we, I mean, I don't need those kind of emails. That's right, Amanda. It is save Bob Ferris. Save Bob Ferris. Save little Liz. Save little, like, Lewis. Literally, it's about saving people like Lou. We all need some assistance. We all need something, everybody. For us, it's family. We're all trauma bonded because of the shit that we went through. And I probably just demonetized for that word, but whatever. I need people to understand that I don't, nor will I ever tolerate someone coming in and saying, hey, this is okay to wish death upon someone. No, this is okay. They went through the cult. They still have a cult mentality. No, they don't. I've had amazing conversations with Amy Scobie, and you know what? There's been some times that what has gone on with my dad and not being able to reach him, I've had to reach out to Red, retired Red. That's right, everybody. If you can thank her, absolutely. I've reached out to retired Red. I reached out to the person that I was staying with, that went with me, like I had to go to her house so that she could go with me to Gold, and she went with me. I'm grateful for her. When a lot of people will not put themselves in a situation to go to Gold to be harassed, but here's the thing. The more space and blackness and darkness that you give OSA, and I mean you give OSA a bite of darkness, even a bite that maybe the aftermath is not doing what it needs to do. Suddenly they're running with it. They're going everywhere they can and trying to destroy this beacon of hope. And that's what it is. It's a beacon of hope. I know so many people that have been helped by this. I had someone in the chat try to say that they knew Sergio Belinsky didn't get this, or this. You know what? I talk to him on a daily basis. Unless you talk to him on a daily basis, you don't have the right to say Serge didn't get A, B, C, or D. Because you know what? You don't know. He is more than welcome to call me any time of day or night. I will pick up the phone. Anybody that knows my number knows that they can call me anytime, day or night, and I will pick up the phone. Because we are bonded as friends, as family. Now, like all families have disagreements. That doesn't make them any less family. Now, when I turned around as a child and had something amazing happen to me, I did not have family there. The one time that I had a graduation, you know, where I actually participated in the graduation instead of skipping walking, um, it basically I turn and they weren't even watching me. They weren't even paying any attention to me. Um, Hold on one second. Joel, we cannot be happy with someone or a situation, but hate and anger speech is just wrong. You never know anything positive. Yeah, you will never get anything positive out of hate and anger. That is absolutely right. You won't. You absolutely won't. But remember, we're all human. So if you want to send out messages like that, please remember that's cyberbullying and it's disgusting. If you see someone saying something that is similar to that in the chat, it is absolutely okay. I tell everybody in my chat, remember, we're all human. But if someone wants to say something like that, please step up and say, hey, this is unacceptable. That is well within your power to do that. Miss Sunrise Dawn, I have lifelong friends that are like that. Blood or not, they're family. We've been through too much together not to be family. Absolutely. So here's my question, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Do you guys also argue? And I don't mean that in a nasty way. I really don't. I really mean, do you guys have arguments at times? Because again, we're all individuals, so everyone's going to have different life lessons that they have. But the goal behind your friendship is, again, being just family, no matter if you have arguments or not. Um, Hold on one second. Need a live doing a mod, type the emoji and a mod will double check the area. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Karine, I watched today Andrew Gold interviewing Jamie Mustard that wrote The Invisible Machine. They're starting truths about trauma and scientific breakthrough that can transform your life. I'm going to have to look at that because Sophia, welcome. If arguing was bad for families, ours wouldn't have lasted one meal. My biological family, so my mom's family, none of you want to be at that table. None of you want to be at that table. Trust me, I didn't even want to be at that table. Like if something went wrong, it was my fault every single time. If I drank with my aunt, and yes, I was of legal age to drink, I felt the responsibility of replacing the alcohol that I drank, even though her and I shared it. And then so I would replace the bottle, and then let's say her son and his friends decide that they're going to drink it. I got blamed because her son drank it. And because his friends got specifically drunk and went knocking on neighbors' houses, it was my fault. Now, because we're family, we can disagree. We don't have to agree on everything. But what won't be tolerated is basically stating that someone should die. That is basically stating, hey, you should leave YouTube. Because you know what? I've had so much help from these people, and these people have become my family. Amy Scobie has become my family. She's listed in my phone as Aunt Amy. Aunt Amy is how she is listed in my phone. Claire is listed on my phone as one of my top 10 contacts. You know, there are going to be arguments in families. I promise there is. But the difference is we have to remember the goal. The goal is getting people out of Scientology. The goal is rescuing anyone. You know, we do the best that we can, because if we don't do the best that we can, we're no better than what was happening to us as children. We're no better. Because at any point in time, one of those adults could have said, you know what? No, that's unacceptable. Please don't do that to a child. Please don't touch a child. You know, please don't hit them. Please make sure they have food. Please make sure they have water, and someone that gives a shit about them. But that didn't happen. And so we need to be better than what we were. Now, in order to be that, hold on one second. Let me grab this. Call me Mal, like gal. It's fine. I'm not mad at MMC. Is that Mike, Matt, Mark, and Claire? And the aftermath is we're supporting still. I'm not mad at MMC, and the aftermath is still we're supporting. Aaron is amazing, and yes, amazing things ahead. He will absolutely do great things. He has a dedication and a value to this world. And in this world, he will do some amazing things. I don't doubt that. Because again, he's had some horrible stuff happen to him. Tommy, thank you so very much. I appreciate that. Big love to you too. If anybody is struggling with any kind of addiction issue, please head over to the lifeboat. I know he normally has one in a couple minutes, but this one's a little important, Tommy. I had to. So I just want everyone to know, if you have any questions for me, if you want to know, I am trauma bonded to these people because they're not just people to me. They're literally my friends and my family, because I didn't have that. I'm trying to rescue a man that I don't know I don't know for certainty. He has not said those words. Elizabeth, I want you to rescue me. Elizabeth, I need you to save me. He has not said those words to me. So I'm here on YouTube letting you guys know I was beat up as a child. I was beat up as a young adult. There are many of times that I didn't think this life was worth living. Many of times that I contemplated just walking off a cliff. And let me tell you, it happened multiple times because I didn't see sunshine at the end of the day. I saw pain. And that happened so often that I didn't feel like I could continue if all I was going to feel is pain. So I really need people to understand what some of those words mean. When you sit there and say that there's any kind of disconnection, that is hurtful. That's twisting a knife or, hitting us in the head with a hammer. That word is like a word that you can think of that guts you. It absolutely guts you. That word means that your family no longer gives a shit about you. That word means that your friend that you grew up with. Like I grew up with a girl named Molly Housen. I haven't talked to her in years, but she was my best friend. Besides Sasha Obolinski, Molly Housen was my best friend. I viewed her like an older sister. And she said goodbye to me the first chance she got. And it's not easy. It's not easy to really look. When you go over to friends' houses, let's put it this way. When you go over to a friend's house, let's say you go over to a mom's house, you're going to look around that house and you're going to see pictures. What happens if there's no pictures at your mom's house of you of the current time? My mom only has pictures of me between the ages of 1 and 9. Those are the years that I have. Oh, she does have my high school graduation and she does have my college acceptance and all that stuff. Was she paying attention when I gave my speech? No. She wasn't even paying attention when her daughter got taken off the field in an ambulance. Okay, that's what I got to live. Now, I'm not saying this so that people will feel sorry for me. I'm saying this because that's what I had. You can only accept what you have. Tampa B man, yes. I love this. A phoenix will rise up from the ashes of fire. And I wholeheartedly believe that. Now, the reason I'm rolling up my sleeve is because someone else said, come on, there we go. I'm a little ashy right now. I don't feel good. But yes, I have a phoenix rising from the ashes. And so that means that I have been through hell and back. And I got my t-shirt, I got my cookie, I got the poster, and I got the scars to prove it. Okay? We don't need any more scars. We don't need any more, they're not good people, they don't understand. It's just an argument between family. That's the best way I can put it. And I'm hoping that hopefully we can all talk about this or talk it out, or we can all come to an understanding, because no matter what, us fighting is literally just giving OSA what they want. It gives OSA, because I don't think it's necessarily you guys that are writing those nasty emails. I literally think that it's giving OSA an avenue to send messages pretending to be you guys, pretending to be people that we love and we cherish and that are, that are there for us. You know, I'm going to have my hair be messy right now, everybody. Um, but we grew up wanting to die. We grew up wondering where our next meal was. We grew up wondering if anyone, I know I grew up wondering if anybody could love me. Like, am I that horrible to love? And then I joined the Sea Org and I became really good at giving people orders and belittling people. And for that, I am so sorry for the people that I made feel horribly. I'm so sorry. And I will do everything in my power to make sure that I never do anything or make someone feel like that again. Because it is literally, it is all that I can do to say, this is unacceptable. This should not be happening. But we need each other to stand up and say, hey, this is unacceptable. This is not okay. We need to be family again. And family doesn't have to get along. They can all be doing their own message. They can all be doing their own lives, their own videos. And instead, what if one of those people, because the things are being said, what if one of them is thinking about not coming back? Think of all the people that will not be saved, that will not recognize a name. Someone will recognize my name. They'll either remember me from the Manor Hotel, or they'll remember me from Celebrity Center. But infighting doesn't cure this. It's just giving OSA an avenue. It's literally, whether it's an argument about the board, whether it's an argument about what happened, it's giving OSA a way to hurt people. Now, it could have been OSA that sent me that horrible email, because it was saying that Amy Scobie was not a good person, that Mike was a horrible human being and doesn't give a shit about anybody. Unacceptable. Never email me anything like that. That's disgusting. And it puts you on a nice little list that if you ever did reach out to me and needed a friend, I'm not picking up. I'm not. Because if that kind of behavior happens, then what's to say you won't do that to me? Blow drill. Yes. Ohana means family. And that is the one thing that we never got. Some people were lucky and had families. I was not one of them. I was fighting for attention, even if that meant that it was going to get my ass kicked. I didn't care. I just wanted someone to care. And yes, Amy's incredible. She is absolutely incredible. She is, I have known her since I started at Celebrity Center. I knew her name. Her name, used to bring fear, and now it brings love. She's the mom I always wanted. The one that sits there and listens to you and has your back. I didn't have that. I still don't have that. If I got married, let's say that I wanted to renew vows and I wanted to get married again tomorrow, my mom would not show up, and my father wouldn't either. My aunts wouldn't show up. My biological family would not show up, everybody. But if I called Amy and said, hey, I'm getting married and I'd really like you to be there, you know what? She'd show up. And I need you guys to all understand that, again, if I ask Claire, hey, Claire, I need a family. I need someone to give me away at a wedding. If I called her, she'd do it, because that's the type of person she is. I don't know Mike. And I don't really know Mark, but you know what? Because of Mark, I know more stories about my father than I knew before. And they're good stories. They're literally that he was a kind and sweet and gentle soul. And I didn't have that before. I literally had empty spaces and broken promises and being told he was dead. Like, He literally I sorry, everybody, but I got told he was dead. And the idea of a father letting his daughter believe for 20 years that he was dead. You know how many times I could have used a father? I could have used just a hug, like not even monetarily. I could have just used a hug and had someone say, you know what? I give a shit about you. You matter. But that never happened. And now I have that. And I have it with Mark and Claire. And I have an amazing connection to Amy. And I have an amazing connection to Aaron. And none of us want Osa to win. None of us do. We want to be there for each other. The infighting needs to just end. And we're all going to do amazing things. You know, a year from now, I could have my dad out, or maybe not. You know, I'm giving it like 1 year of giving my full attention and doing everything I possibly can. And if I can't get my dad out, that will suck. That will absolutely suck because I just want a family. But I've come to realize with therapy, I have one. My dad would be a perk, but I have a family. Don Shepard, thank you so very much. Nancy New, Amanda, thank you all so very much. I'm trying. But I just need everyone to know that we all need something. And most of us are broken. And we're trying our best. And don't ever worry about the caps lock. I'm notorious for caps locks. So I want to grab these 4 questions real quick. If anybody has any questions, please ask me. I don't care what it's about. I don't care. This is an open forum. I know that some people have lives soon, and you know what? We'll go from there, everybody. We'll do the best that we can. Please don't forget to smash the like, hit subscribe. You know, I need to keep spreading the word, and I literally need to keep telling everybody that my dad's stuck in there and this is what happened to me inside. So I'm going to keep saying what happened to me inside, and there's going to be some times that I'm going to cry on television. Well, not television. I guess that, I'm going to cry on YouTube. And it's going to be put out there that I cried on YouTube. But you know what? Sometimes you need to show everything to make people understand we're all a family. And the aftermath is a beacon of hope that we all need. We absolutely all need that beacon of hope. So here we go, everybody. Let me tag some of these questions and then we will go from there, just so I can give my face some moments. Because again, I don't feel good. I can't breathe out my nose. I'm doing the best I can, everybody. We're gonna sit here and enjoy it together. Pat O. No way to understand death as a child until it happens to someone you love. My grandfather, and even then it's difficult. Yeah, for me personally, I told myself she was in the FBI. She was under witness protection because she knew the auto wreckers and every auto wrecker, and there must be some mafia connection because I met almost every auto wrecker. My family owned an auto wrecker. Okay. All right. Cat Baloo. This breaks my heart. Such a horrible treatment. Yes, and it happened to so many of us. And so many of us justified it. I know I personally justified the pain that I went through. Ed said, as long as it's only me that it's happening to, then it's okay. I can take it. I can take a lot. You'd be surprised how much pain a human being can actually take. But as long as it was just me, it's fine. As long as I'm the only person being hit or being hungry, it's fine. But in the same breath, it's not fine because we're family. We're all trauma bonded and we've become family. And I will stand in front of any one of my family members being told that they should die. So if you see someone, if you even think that someone's saying something like that, it's okay to put them in check, even if it's in my chat. Because you know what? Nobody deserves that. Not after the life we've lived. Ann Walsh. If you could say, if you could, what would you say to little Liz now? The pain stops. That it stops. If I can tell myself anything, I would tell myself the pain stops. Because you'd be surprised how much pain a child can actually sit there and take and start to get used to it. Janet, does your mom think your dad wants out, or does she say one way or the other? My mom will tell me every single day, my dad made his bed, now he's got to lay in it. That he made his choices and now he's got to live with his choice. Um, I don't think that's right, because you know what? I made some choices too that I am not proud of. And I don't have to live with those choices. I don't have to let them define who I am. I can be a better person. Question: I've never heard your whole story. Your mom left, then you left, then you didn't know your dad was alive. Okay, so let me give you a brief synopsis for anybody that is new to my channel. My name is Elizabeth Ferris. My mother's name is Sandra Ferris, and my father's name is Robert, also goes by Bob Ferris. Those are my parents. I was born into Scientology. Both of my parents found it in the 70s, and I was born into it. Both of my parents joined the Sea Org in either 81 or 82. And from there, I lived in the Pack Base area. That is the main blue buildings that you see. I lived in the blue buildings for, until I was 10 years old. And then my mom sent me to go live with my grandmother. Now, during the time that I lived in the Pack Base, we were basically raising ourselves. We had no supervision. We were riding bikes all over Los Angeles. We were living in neighborhoods that were really unsafe and doing things all by ourselves at 4 and 5 years old that no 4 or 5-year-olds should be doing. Was it a different time in the 80s? Yes, but there still is horrible people out there that like to do really bad things to kids. And so I then got shuttled to a sitter named Stan. Now, Stan used me as a human punching bag. He thought I played rough with the boys, but I never played with the girls because I didn't really have that kind of connection. It was more along, we liked climbing trees and riding bikes, so we would be rough with each other. And one day it just turned into like I was hopping around on this little trampoline that he had, and he just walked up and cold cocked me right into the stomach, and I flew back into the wall. And then after that day, it became about doing that as much as he could every time he saw me. And so when I say we left the Sea Org, my mom left the Sea Org in 1990, and I went back in 97. So that is my difference of I left and then I still went back because, I fully believed. For anyone that needs to know, I fully believed until I was 40 years old. It is 2023. And I fully believed until 2020 when my beautiful wife decided to help me or point me in the direction of the show, The Aftermath. And then I got to find out that I wasn't the only person that was being tortured, that I wasn't the only person that got to dig holes and be told that my body never fit in it. And I got bonded with these amazing people because they experienced the same shit that I did, and I put it off as long as it was only me, it's fine. It wasn't only me. I hope that helps. If you have any other questions, please definitely ask. Crying or not, definitely ask as much as you want. This is an open forum and an open topic of conversation today, everybody. Okay, George Massey, Liz, keep doing what you're doing because you're doing good. Let a leaf from Liz's book and stay focused. That's all. Let's all a leaf from Liz's book and stay focused. Yes, we need to stay focused. We need to remember that we're all doing the best that we can. We're all doing what we need to do. Aw, thank you, Red. I appreciate that. I really do. But we do the best that we can. I'm literally trying to get my dad out, and doing the best that I can. I am I am asking people that don't know me, that weren't there at my birth, to love me, and they're loving me back. So I need everyone to give grace to those people. And sometimes family's not going to get along, but please give grace, because we're doing literally the best that we can. Yes, Candy's life. I'm so sorry, Liz, that you were treated so horribly. I love you, and you're my family too at Pokemon's and Cult. Thank you so very much. Because you know what? I did not have that. I didn't. Until Carrie, I didn't really know what love was. I dated people and they treated me like garbage, and I just assumed that this is how it's going to be for the rest of my life. I wasn't a perfect soul. You know what? I did belong to the hoe bus. I was on the hoe train for a very long time, where I didn't want to open my heart up to anybody because I didn't want to get hurt. And yet I still belong to the hoe bus. And I'm doing everything I possibly can. I'm making sure that, you know, people are there for me, that I am there for them. When I give you my word and say that this is what's going on, this is what's going on. Because too many times we've done something different and it hasn't worked. It absolutely has not worked at all. And yeah. Oh my God, Pat. Oh my God, Liz. I did something similar with my grandmother when I was 21 at the time. It was so painful otherwise. I really damn good at denial. Yeah. Denial is not just a river in Egypt, everybody. I'm telling you, it's not just a river in Egypt. Okay, Vicky, did or do you get a lot of flack for teams you favor? Baseball teams, yes. Hockey teams, yes. As for not picking a side against my family, people can try to give me shit. They do. They send me nasty emails. You know what? And at the end of the day, I don't care, because I want to rescue people. I'm part of the I'm trying to rescue little me's. I'm trying to rescue the person that was starving and being told that I had to sand furniture or strip varnish from furniture with my bare hands, never touching varnish before or furniture stripper, and feeling like my hands were on fire. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to stop someone from feeling that. I'm trying to stop someone from rice and beans being a meal, because it's not a meal, everybody. It's literally not. It is a filler. Might as well eat some leaf lettuce. It's a filler. Yep. Susan Savage, go Braves. It's totally okay. I support anybody supporting any team. Baseball is America's pastime. Okay. Ruth, sweet Liz, yes, you have the right mind. Hugs. Thank you so very much. Thank you so, so very much. And say Bob Ferris. That's right. Because the goal is to get him out. Now, if I can't get my dad out, I'm going to be completely open and honest with you guys. I'm going to tell you where everything stands. I'm going to tell you where I am. I'm going to tell you, hey, I'm not doing so good, or hey, I'm not doing so bad. I'm going to literally do everything I possibly can. But I need you all to just hear me out. Know that sometimes it's not that easy. Sometimes it's not easy to rehash those memories. Sorry, mine are all just acting up, everybody. But it's not easy to put yourself back into those places where you felt so alone and you felt like your life didn't matter. Because let me tell you, when I went down there for Thanksgiving, okay, when I pulled up and the first thing they did was close the blind on me like I didn't matter, and just continue to threaten to trespass me and not let me, kept trying to give me some kind of garbage about you're blocking the driveway. We're going to trespass you. You're blocking the driveway. You know, all I can literally do is say, of course I'm blocking the driveway. I'm trying to get a present to my dad. And so I literally got out of my car while it was running. And I mean, of course it was in park, everybody. So no, it didn't get to crash into the gate. Um, but I got out of my car and I pulled the present out of my back seat and I put it right next to the guard booth. So that way they would see that this present, and I even explained to them in Sea Org terms, okay? Not because I'm a Scientologist, but because I can speak their language. There's nothing in theta, which means bad or against Scientology in this bag. It's literally just the necessities that he needs. It's just what he needs. Please give it to him for his birthday. And I have to hope that they give him that for his birthday. I have to hope that they're doing that for his birthday. And then I went back and I felt very defeated. Okay. Janet, did you know the guards at Int Base when you went? I did not, because I couldn't see their faces. One, I've got really bad vision. And I mean, if you guys can see how thick my glasses are, yeah, I don't know if you can tell the difference, but either which way, I've got my dad's vision. I have definitely got my dad's vision where it's not so great. But yes, Vicky, you tried. That's all you could ask for. Absolutely. Because trying is better than sitting back and doing nothing. And that's what we all have to do, is we literally have to try and do something. Okay, I know I missed a starred question. I'm missing a lot of things, and I'm truly sorry, everybody. Joel McCoyne, comment: over the last week, I've had a wide range of emotions, and we see now is healing for us. No matter what, we are all in this together. Kindness is contagious. Try it. That's right. That is absolutely right. Kindness is contagious. Being there for each other is all we need. Okay. Sophia, I'm totally sorry. Triggers suck. If I'm triggering you, I apologize. That was not my intention. I should have given a trigger warning for everybody. Nancy Noon, question, Liz, are you an only child? From my mom, yes. That's a good thing, everybody. That is an absolute good thing. From my mom, yes. From my dad, no. I was exposed to me when I was 12 that my dad had an older daughter, that he was actually married before, which, unfortunately set my mom off into a whole boom. He lied again. So she was not that pleased. But I do have an older sister. I was told I had a brother, from someone that left the Sea Org. But as far as I can tell from the people that are filling me in on missing pieces, my dad's only been married twice, to Olga Ferris and now to Chris Ferris, besides my mom. And he did a Scientology wedding, so it's not legal in the court system. Yeah. But I see that there's not a lot of questions. I did just get the info on Reese. I want to say thank you, everyone. If you can please do me a favor, do me a solid. Go to Mike's channel, go to Amy's channel, go to Claire's channel. Email them something kind, something that gets that you feel you need to say. Because realistically, I'm going to do it. I'm going to reach out to all of them, so that way they know that I care, because they care about me. When others have not, when others have kept walking, when I was getting the crap kicked out of me because my mom was the LRH comm. It doesn't matter. She's the LRH comm. Yes, it does. Abuse is abuse. It doesn't even matter if it's coming from the president of the United States. They cover it up in there. I promise. The assaults that happen to children, they cover it up. They want to make believe like it didn't happen, or the child pulled it in. I did something to somehow pull in the crap getting kicked out of me on a regular basis. Okay. I didn't have to do anything. I could have climbed a tree and I was getting the crap kicked out of me. Okay. Making sure I Grabbed everybody. Please smash that like, hit subscribe. I got that one. No, just a general statement. Because I know she's hitting everyone with the stuff I specifically asked, because people are still emailing me and asking me to send it to them, and I have no idea how to do all that. Leaving Scientology. What did you think Grant Cardone not being able to answer what his belief in Scientology? Aaron did a video on that today. I actually thought that it was pretty disgusting, because even, Lou, even me, who is no longer a Scientologist, even you, who is no longer a Scientologist, can answer those questions. And he wants to sit there and say like he's this great Scientologist. No, because those questions were not hard. It's not like he was saying, how does the e-meter work? What are the exact specifics of the e-meter? No, it wasn't hard questions. Lou, please email me. I would love to have a good conversation with you at just please email me. I would really appreciate that. And it's just the savebobferris@gmail.com. Please. Oh, it's already there. So if you can email me, Lou, I'd appreciate it. Kareen, everyone, thank you so very much. Please smash that like button, hit subscribe, share this video, because again, sorry, just got here. We'll rewatch from the start. Sending love. Betsy, thank you so very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys have saved me more than you realize. You guys have helped me when I couldn't get down to my dad. You've given me a way to, at times, be there for people that needed me, Serge needs me. He's my friend. He's my buddy. He's my brother. Serge Delmar, my brother. Lara, she is my sister. Vanessa LaRose, still my sister. Okay? Sisters, we're bonded. And for that, Joanne, hey, welcome. Okay. Love you, babe. Well, thank you so much, Tip 45. I appreciate it. And obviously today is one of those days that I need it. But I do need everyone to be positive, to please remember that we are all human. I know I make that statement, but please remember we're all human. Whether it's in the chat, whether it's in real life, we're all human. Please don't, if you know someone, or if you hear someone is writing nasty emails about telling people to die, remember what we've been through. Please remember what we've been through. If someone sent me an email saying they wished I was dead, I promise you I would come on here and I would think about whether or not I wanted to continue this, because that doesn't help. That doesn't help me move forward. That doesn't help me get my dad out. That doesn't help me do what I need to do. Support is what helps me do what I need to do. Love is doing what I need to do. That's what it is. Pause for Andrea. I love that. Liz, you're a truly beautiful human being. We all need more people with your loving, kind heart. I've had a harsh loss this past year. Nothing like any of you experienced. Hey, a loss is a loss. I'm so sorry for what you're going through and what you've experienced. I am truly sorry that has happened. And you know what? Your feelings are valid. And please don't say it's nothing like we've experienced, because everyone's loss and trauma is their own experience. My experience may sound horrible to someone, but in that moment, I promise it was literally about surviving. Just surviving. Okay. Tip 45. You never know what someone's going through. Just be kind. That's right. Because kindness is free. Kindness is absolutely 1000% free. Being there for someone and letting them know that you love them and that you care, that is free. It doesn't cost you anything. But being nasty to someone, I promise, it costs you a piece of your soul every time. And before you know it, how much of your soul will you have left? So for that, everyone, on that note, Does anybody have any questions, anything they want to ask, anything that's been bothering them? Please, this is an open forum. I'm never going to shush anyone unless you're being not nice to people. AB Dazzle, that's super harsh. What's super harsh? Am I missing something? If you can fill me in or maybe email me, I'd love to chit chat. Yes, your positivity is golden, Vicky. Well, thank you so very much. I appreciate it because you know what? That's the one thing that I have left. But yes, Don Shackelford. Okay, you're hold on. I just had it. Just be kind to yourself, Liz. I am very kind to myself. Although I'm messing with everything in here and I'm unplugging everything along the way. So I'm sorry if you guys, there we go. Couldn't hear me for a second. I'm very kind to myself. I give myself a lot of leeway, but at the same time, I'm still emotionally broken and I'm working on it. I go to a therapist 3 times, 3 times a week or 3 times a month. And sometimes I go 4 times. So realistically, I'm still retraining my brain. Pause for Andrea. You've helped me put things into perspective regarding my own loss. It's why I love the SPTV community. We will recover stronger than ever. Absolutely. All right. I know what she's saying. Rice and beans are not a meal. Okay. So again, if you're thinking they are, you're thinking of Spanish rice and Spanish beans, but rice and beans that are in Scientology are not a meal, everyone. So, okay. Sophia, like Granny said, if you put the energy, it might as well be good for your soul in the long term. Don Shackelford, I'm broken too. It's okay. We get it. We'll get through it. Thank you so very much. So I appreciate that. I do appreciate it. Okay. So everybody, thank you so very much for listening. Thank you for being here. Remember, the foundation is a beacon of hope that we need. Now, once the other foundation starts or the other charity starts, then we have that one as well. But for right now, please listen to the chats, be aware of what's going on. People are saying some horrible things to people that we love. And I'm going to go to bed, everybody, because I don't feel good. I definitely need some NyQuil or something, or Dayquil or whatever my wife gave me to help me go to sleep. Oh, Marilyn just posted. Hold on, let me grab it. Here's Liz's amazing interview with Roberta Blevins. Yes, if anybody wants to hear my story or from start to finish, it was really good. She did amazing. So yes, please check it out. It was beautiful. Let's spread love, not hate. That's right. Spread love, not hate. Okay, thank you everyone for being here. I truly appreciate it. I'm not seeing any other questions or any other concerns that I can see. So I do want to say again, please smash that like, please hit that subscribe. It definitely helps the algorithm. We're all doing our best to get through this. I want to get a nice round of applause to Miss Retired Red, who is in the background helping me this whole time. Marilyn, thank you so very much for some of those posts. I greatly appreciate it. But if you guys can all thank, Miss Retired Red, Summer Savage, yes. Savage, yes. That is my plan. I'm going to go get some rest. Well, I'm going to get some food first and then I'm going to get some rest, but I might stop by Reese's live. So if any of you guys go to Reese, definitely send her some love my way. Hold on 1 second. Where'd it go? Pause for Andrea. Liz Ferris, I hope your dad gets to see the wonderful, strong, loving person you've become. # free Bob Ferris. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you everybody for being there for me. Thank you everybody for listening. Please don't forget to tip your waiter or waitress. Please remember we are all human. We all bleed the same color. We absolutely all bleed the same color. And I just want to say thank you so very much for everyone here. And do me a favor and just show the love. That's all I ask. Other than that, until we see each other again, thank you so very much for being here. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your night. Thank you.